Good morning. Merry meet. Welcome to our little cottage in the forest of the internet. You are joining Country Dwellers podcast with Marilyn and Runa. Walk with us on our path as we illuminate spirituality from the pagan perspective.
So nicely said this morning. So nicely said. Good morning, everyone. This episode is episode number 15. We had a little bit off due to eyesight issues, but now we are back in black. And today
you're feeling better now.
I'm feeling better. I can see far away. It's the closeness that I can't really see. So, my vanity is really taking a big hit because I can't stare at myself and see my beauty in the mirror all day, every day. So it's a little bit tough, a little bit tough.
Welcome to my world.
Stand back and take it all in instead.
I know. I was cleaning out a box and found some eye makeup, brand new in the package. Haven't used it, and it was about a year old. So I was like, why in the world did I buy this? Why did I buy this? Right? I can't see to put eye makeup on anymore. I loved putting eye makeup on, but I can't see. I can't see to do it. Right? That and there is no mascara out there that does not make my eyes just become inflamed, have a huge allergy.
Oh, really? Oh, you're allergic to it?
I don't know what happened because I used to wear mascara all the time, I mean, at the end of the day, I needed to get it off. But now, my eyes are like, oh, bitch, no.
Yeah. Our body chemistry changes every 7 years, and things that we weren't allergic to before, we can become allergic to, and things like that. No, I get you on the whole makeup thing. I had this tub of makeup. And every time I would go out, there's just these certain little teeny few things, because I don't wear makeup, so there's certain little teeny few things that I would use. Mascara, my highlighter on my eye, and blush, and lipstick, and that's it, right?
Right.
And so I would have to go through this damn tub every flippin' time. So finally I ordered myself one of those makeup organizer things. Right. Girl, I got rid of so much makeup. It was unreal. And I have to tell you, I am a lipstick whore. Not only am I a lipstick whore, I'm a lipstick hoarder. I must have gotten rid of, I don't know, 25 to 30 lip glosses that were just old, and why the hell was I keeping them?
Right. And they have a shelf life, right?
Right. And lipsticks, you can smell them, and if they smell like no, they're
funk.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, why do I have so much flipping makeup? I don't even wear makeup. So it was really nice to get this organizer because I put my shit in check. And
oh, that's good.
Now the rule is no more goddamn lip gloss until I'm done with the ones I have.
That's the one thing that I still really do is
my gosh,
lip gloss.
Right? I love my lip gloss. Are you kidding me?
And I've always been I very rarely do I do lipstick. I have always done gloss, and I don't like the super shiny stuff.
Oh, I do. I like my lips to look shiny and luscious, and there's nothing better than a dark red. I love a good dark red lipstick.
Dark red. I have to do more warm tones, more almost like I don't even know what to call them, cinnamons. Those are better on me.
Yeah, those are pretty.
But yeah, I have one little makeup bag, and went through, gleaned everything, and what's in there is in there, but I have no mirror to put it on. I need a big giant magnifying mirror, and
that's what I have to use, and
I don't own one of those. So until you know, that such a creature blesses my life, I'm without makeup. So
that's what I have to use this morning as I was putting on my mascara. I have it on the magnifying side, and that it's like 3 inches from my face.
I have a handheld mirror that I use to pluck my brows, and I was looking this last week, and I told the Viking, I said, okay, 10 times magnification is not enough. I can't see to do it. It's ridiculous, man. I'm telling you. So the brows may be the next thing that just, you know, fill in. I'll be looking like Frida. It'll be okay.
I am never going to allow you to allow your brows to go in that direction. That's not going to happen. No.
Well, I mean, I would go to the salon. I love to get sugar,
yes.
right? I'm not a proponent for waxing, but you know,
when I finally see you in person, I know what to bring. My goddamn tweezers and my magnifying glass. We're going to take care of those flipping brows if you allow them to go that way.
Right now, but I mean, it's excruciating. Like something that took me 10 minutes to do now takes me an hour because I'm like,
yeah, I know. And hoping that you don't poke yourself in the eye while doing it. That's always fun, isn't it? It's always fun. I love it so much. This getting older thing is fabulous. I suggest everyone try it out for sure.
It is a blessing. I mean, I you know, I think back to you know, saying, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be in my 50s when we hit 2020, right? I remember 2020 kind of being a projection in my life. Woo, Lord, I had no idea what this year was gonna bring.
And you're like, well, being in my 50s isn't that bad, but 2020 sucks some big.
I know, it's like
which isn't always a bad thing to do that, but I'm just saying.
Talking to my youngest last night, he's you know, not doing well. It's the end of the semester. Everybody he knows is going home for Yule, and he's decided to hold down the fort because there's a few things that he needs to take care of that he hasn't had time to take care of. But he's like, it's still depressing as all get out, you know. And I'm like, look, dude, you're a survivor. You have survived so much this year. We all have. Give yourself, you know, some credit and pat yourself on the back. So
yeah, I'm sure that him and his 45-inch biceps will be just fine.
Yeah, we had the gun show last night. I was joking with him. He needs to get a bigger screen when we FaceTime because all you can see is like his nose or something.
Oh, for God's sake. You know, Babe's family does that too. Every time they call us on the FaceTime or Zoom or whatevs, right? His mom, all you see is the upper part, her eyeballs and her forehead. That's it. And she's like 4'11". So, you know, I mean, I understand, but at the same token, aim the camera down, right? And then his dad, when he calls us, all you see half the time is the ceiling fan. And then you'll see his nostrils come over the lens as he starts. It's fabulous. I love it. I love it. All right. Today's major topic is witchy gifts, Yule gifts. What to give your favorite witch? Let's start it off.
Well, I did a whole blog post on it, so I feel like overly prepared. I gave a gift to myself already. I finally started my website. It took forever. It's still, and it's not done, but it's there.
Well, good for you.
But I think number one on the list, although it's 13 on my blog post, is candles, which I am sorely lacking in. But I noticed at the local Fred Meyer, because we had to return Christmas lights, because when I went out after Thanksgiving and bought Christmas lights, I mismeasured like how much we were going to need for the new
Mm.
house. Easy to do.
I can't believe you got something incorrect. How dare you?
I know. But anyways, we had to take them back, and they have all the candles on sale right now, like all of them. But candles were not on our list yesterday, so I was good, and I didn't buy any. And we have
candles
we've
are
always
on
had
the list.
What's that?
They're always on the list. What are you talking about?
They should always be on the list, but we have this strict rule in our family. If there's something that you want before Yule, you don't buy it for yourself. You wait. You wait. So
yeah, I get yelled at for that all the time, actually.
But I mean, we were just talking about how dark it is. And in addition to like ritual stuff and spell casting, the warmth and hygge that candles bring during this time of the year is just so special, so special. And I'm all about the 7-day candles anymore. I'm just like, they're in a jar. I can light them in the morning, do my meditation, and then let them go. Right.
My favorite place to get those, you're going to laugh, it's the dollar store.
No, the dollar store. That's exactly.
Yeah, they have them, and it's my favorite place to get them because around Halloween they have some that are wrapped in Day of the Dead, and then I also have some that were wrapped in the tarot cards. I got Death, I got High Priestess, I got a couple other ones, and then I got a Hecate one. I'm like, damn, Dollar Tree, you rock, baby, you rock. And
they know their clientele,
right? And seriously, and the great thing about those is I keep them and I just refill them and I continue to use them. You know, I mean,
when we were traveling, those, you know, when I really just like, I really wanted a candle, because for the most part on the boat and the RV, I was using LED candles. I still had candles everywhere.
Right.
But they were all LED candles, and I use those in rituals, and they work great too.
Yes,
so
you can totally
got a tech witch in your life.
Totally can do that.
An LED candle is awesome.
And it's a lot safer than open flame. So yeah.
Especially if you're moving.
Yeah. Good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or out in a dry forest. Pretty good idea to maybe take some LED candles out there.
Right.
You know.
Definitely.
Yes, I can understand.
On the top of your list?
On top of my list, you know, I have an immense amount of candles. I've got the open flame, I've got the big jars, I got the 7-day, I got the teeny ones, I've got the LED, I've got the soap. I'm good. And as a matter of fact, 2 days of Hanukkah, I've gotten candles. So I'm set on the candles. You know, and I love good smelling things, but there are only a certain kind of smells that don't trigger migraines for me. So I love my earthy smells, and I love like my lavenders and things like that. So for me, like
incense,
some really rich incense or aromatherapy essential oils. Anybody gets me essential oils or like an incense making kit or something like that, you're in. You know what I'm saying? I do.
Incense is number 12 on my list.
I do love the incense, and I really love I love the essential oils too, because you can use them for so many different things. Like that's what I use in all my sprays. That's what I use. Yeah. I mean, some essential oils, as long as they're not for smell only, right, you can use like in tea, you can use in things like that. You know what I'm saying? But they have to be pure essential oils that are
pure essential oils, and you know, a little goes a long way.
Totally.
Little goes a long way.
And you can also not only do I use those when I make my candles, my sprays, my lip glosses, my lotions, anything like that, but Oh, I also use them because I have those little burners that you can put the water in the bowl and a candle underneath and it heats
Yeah.
it up, you know? So I use them in that too. And it really, really does go a super long way. And as long as you store them someplace dark and semi-cool, they will last you a
Mm-hmm.
long time before they go sour, which you can smell, just like the lipstick.
Yes.
Just like the lipstick.
Just like the lipstick. Yes.
Oh,
So,
and I want to do another one really quick because I just got this.
oh yeah, no.
I just got this for Hanukkah the other day. So, yes, we celebrate Hanukkah. We also celebrate Santa Claus, and we also celebrate Yule,
Mhm.
and we also, just celebrate winter solstice coming in. But my next favorite thing is divination tools. And
Mhm.
that is number 6 on this list. And you covered quite a bit. And my divination tools, one of the reasons that they're my favorites, when I mean, I love buying them myself too, obviously, but when they're gifted, it
Mhm.
really shows you what people, not what they think about you, but
Mhm.
what they think you're into. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And so, because I'm heading into, well, I've actually headed into a different kind of position in my life. My husband went out and for Hanukkah got me Demon Tarot, and it
Ooh.
is so cool. And I just charged it under the new moon and the eclipse and all of that amazing stuff. So I'm really excited to play with that very soon. So it's just divination tools are fabulous. And of course, any kind of stones, any kind of stones.
Crystals, you mean?
Yeah, any
Oh
kind.
yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. You know,
I still have stones that I have that I don't know what they are. I'm getting better at figuring those things out. But and labeling everything. I have a nice little organization thing now for them. But uh yeah, no, I'm all about now having like some favorites. Like I'm gonna have this stone and this stone, like this for this, and this for this. Before I was just like, oh yeah, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that. And
yeah,
now I'm starting to glean and take some of my stones and tumble them and work
right.
them into prayer beads and meditation beads or jewelry or what have you, and then just use certain ones for uh,
Ritual and
ritual
spell and
and
things like that.
divination and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I do that as well. Uh I've got a lot of stones. And I have decided, don't faint. I have decided that I will not buy myself or any more stones unless they're specimen quality because
Mm,
I have so many
same.
stones.
Yeah.
And so the other portion of me is like, okay, well, you know what? Now it's time to gift and sell the stones that are calling to go to other people. Like
Hmm.
they've done service to you, and now with me being in a different mindset, they're like, okay, it's time. You're good. And now it's time for us to go and give our magic to somebody else,
I feel like we should totally talk about this different mindset because you've mentioned it like 3 times now, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a surprise.
Okay.
It's a lot of changes. I've been going through a lot of changes and a lot of changes. And
It's a transformative time of year for sure.
yeah, and there's been a lot of transformation happening in the background for me. And it's just different stuff. Just you'll find out the same time everybody else finds out. You'll find out.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about some other goodies that you can get your favorite witch?
Well, I don't think that you can say you're walking down the pagan path or a witch unless you're giving some gifts that are from nature or for nature. And, you know, uh, there was a post up on Instagram the other day about, you know, knowing that your friends love you if they bring you a rock.
Yes, I think you shared that with me, right? I put it on my story. I'm like, yes, I love you.
Here's this rock, here's this seashell, you know.
And that's the thing, like, it doesn't have to be like a major crystal, you know. It can be like, oh my gosh, I went to the ocean and I found this beautiful rock and I brought it to you, and you're like, oh my God, you thought of me. That's so sweet, you know. Totally. That's how it really goes down. It's amazing what puts a smile on people's faces, you know, just thinking of them and picking up this piece of earth and transporting it to them, you know. Like, you've brought me some beautiful rocks that I have sitting on my front porch with the pyrite and all of it. Yeah. From special places, for sure. I mean, you know, seeds, plants, all of that is great. Even gardening tools, you know, all of those wonderful things are great. A bird bath. You know, I mean, all of those things are fabulous. One of the other things that I see on this list that I really like are the herbs. And also that's part of the earth as well, you know. But you can also, especially around this time, even in the grocery stores, they sell the potted herbs like thyme, sage, lavender, all of them like in this pot. To even something like that is absolutely fabulous, you know.
Yes.
In fact, I have something in mind for one of my friends for that. But yeah, it's absolutely fabulous to do that. Let's see. Number 9, you have books and calendars. Yes, those are great. I'm a book hoarder as well. I'm just kind of a magical hoarder, I think.
I am so excited about this.
Finally, I know I got mine. I think I got mine like
it even smells good.
Yes, I know. You know what it kind of reminds me of? Especially with the gold leaf on the outside, it reminds me of a Bible.
Well,
you know, like I know that's what it's, an astrological Bible, of course.
Oh yeah, for those people like just listening and not seeing what we're doing, we're talking about the
magic of I.
Yeah, the magic of I, a 2021 planner. Magic of I, as in not the part of your body, but the pronoun I.
I as in self. Yes. Readings, number 5.
Yes.
That's a nice
one. There are some
one.
readings that I really, really, really want. I've tried to I put some stuff out there, and you know, somebody I know gives Reiki sessions, and another person I know does natal charts, and
yes, there are several, you know, and I think that's one of the most fabulous things about being connected with so many eclectic, amazing witches is because you know, we have that you know, with people, and we're like, hey, can we do a trade? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times the people in our community are down for the barter system.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's one of the things that I love about it the most, because I am a huge, huge fan of the barter system. I'm huge, you know, whatever I can trade you, I will happily trade. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice to be in a community of people that are massively open to doing that, especially when they do things that you are interested in, you know. Let's see. Number 2. Yeah. Decorative jars, containers, things
boxes,
like that.
Yes.
Girl, I can't have enough boxes and shit. Yeah.
Do you have like a nice box for like all your decks and stuff?
I've got, let's see, I've got about 3 wood boxes. 3 wood boxes, and then I used a metal box that had candy in it at one time. But a lot of times I put random divination cards that I draw at people's circles in there, like with dates and my memories on the back of it. Birthday cards, special letters, Christmas cards, things like that. I'll put those in those boxes, you know. And those are, it's kind of like my keepsakes. For my tarot, I usually use Crown Royal bags. We like the crown. I usually use Crown Royal bags, but I keep their original boxes.
Oh yeah, I have these though because of traveling.
Yeah.
Where do I have them here? Oh yeah. So I have stuff like this that I keep my decks in. You know, it's just a soft case. Because, you know, we were traveling and I needed something much more compact than a beautiful decorative box, which I am not
which
against.
Is great, which is fabulous. And I did use that in the beginning, and I would carry my beautiful decorative wood box with me. And then it got a fucking chip in it. And then I was like, I'm done with that. I'm not doing that anymore. So then that's when I started slipping them in a bag. But I find with the crown, the crown bags, it's really nice because not only can I put my tarot deck in there, but I can put my certain stones that I use with it in there. Things like that. Yeah, like my little sage, like all that stuff can go bloop, right in the bag. And I just toss it in my purse or whatevs, and it's ready to go, you know? So I use that. But I do have boxes that I use, but those are for keepsakes.
Okay.
Memories.
Gotcha. But yeah, no, you know me in mason jars or just repurposing the artichoke jar or something, right? I tins, my new moon rituals that are up in the magical flea market. Those are tins that I have, you know, saved and reclaimed and you know, sanitized and charged and and
it's amazing the normal everyday things that, you know, we buy at the store. It's amazing how if you just put a little ingenuity into it, you can reuse those things. Reuse them, recycle them, gift them, you know. I mean, I've seen people take just random fucking pickle jar and take the label off, take all the sticky off, paint it, and make a lantern. You know, I'm like, God dang it. You know what I mean? I'm throwing my shit away or recycling it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, or using it for grease. But you know, I mean, I'm like, I need to start being a little more creative. But then again, one of my changes is I have come to the realization that not doing all the things is what is necessary for me to have peace, because I don't need to do all the things.
No,
I don't. And
don't feel pressure.
Right. And we've talked about it several times, but still in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, this one's doing this. Maybe I should do that, or blah, 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 you know, because sometimes you feel full and sometimes you feel like you want to go on some other creative journey. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? I'm not going to do all the goddamn things. I'm going to do the things that I'm good at, you know, like my spells and my rituals and my energy practice and my reading and my classes. That's it. Okay, number 1, witchy clothing. That one is great, but in the same essence, it's a tricky one, because if somebody buys you witchy clothing that is too small or too big, you're like, I love it. But I mean, if we're talking capes, hats, stuff like that, hells yes, buy away.
Socks.
Yeah.
Tights.
Yeah. Buy
give me those witchy tights or socks. I want them. I want them.
Definitely. He did buy me this one dress that I am in love with, and it fits like a dream. And it has the really long sleeves that hang. So I love that. I'm going to have my friend Daisy take pictures probably in the summertime, I think, again. But anyway, though, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. A witchy photo session.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
A witchy
Yeah,
photo
I
session.
don't have any good witchy photos. I mean, like there's snapshots, but I don't have portraits at
Yeah.
all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've only been doing the public witch thing for a few years now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, before then people just knew that, oh, this spooky lady here's got some good tinctures and herbs and yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
oh, and she read my tea leaves and stuff, something like that,
Yeah, I think that witchy photo session should definitely be going
Well,
on.
why don't you comment on the blog so people can see that too?
Yeah, I will do that. Let's see.
Technology.
Oh, I even put it on do not disturb and somehow it gets through. Okay, so we have pretty much covered the witchy gifts, yeah? Let's go into our self-care and talk about what each of us does for self-care.
I am focusing this week on foundations, my feet, right? They're my base relationships, and making a plan to get the crawl space of our house maintained. If you have a house like ours where there's a crawl space, you have to periodically go in there, get it all cleaned out because the critters nest in there. So they have this winter. I did a little ritual, little spell, had a little sesh with them, put some bay oil around the foundation, little sachets, and said, I know you're there. You can stay there for now. It's winter, but spring, you need to go find somewhere else to be.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have the guys come in and redo the barrier and everything, like the vapor barrier, and clean it all out.
Nice.
The last folks who lived here, I don't think they ever maintained it. And that's something you have to do. Like, it depends on like how much wildlife you have and things like that, or if you have water incursion and things like that. But it has to be done at least once a decade. And so foundations, the self-care and focusing on foundations, my personal foundations, my interpersonal foundations, and then the physical foundations in which I live.
Yes, I like that. Very good.
How about you?
Mine, once again, goes back to time and taking it back, and boundaries, and perception of abundance. When it comes to boundaries and things like that, I set boundaries, but then I'm like, oh, but, and I'm not doing the oh, but anymore. And, the taking back of time is time dedicated to other things that, not even that they're not fulfilling, but it's things that are taking away time from the other things that I love to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not that some of those things are not fulfilling, because they are, but in the same token, we are only granted so much time. You know, Saturn is really reminding me of that, like we're only granted so much time. And what are you doing with that time? And if I really want to make a difference, not only in the world, but in myself, I have to remember that. And I have to be very strict and put those restrictions down with my time. And the perception of abundance is a big one for me, because we all look at abundance differently, right? And some people look at abundance as financial gain and with the things that you have. And, you know, I never really looked at it as the things that I have, but then I looked around and I was like, God dang, I got a lot of things. And I don't really want all these things anymore. And so that's why I am letting things go on to other people, to share their magic with them, you know. Um, I think with this whole I thing, I believe it or not, this whole I thing has made me start viewing things very differently. And as I said before, not with my physical eye, but with my spiritual eye now. And viewing them through spiritual eye takes off filters that physical eyes put on. And so I have definitely decided that abundance is, you know, my family, and abundance is that time that I kind of hoard for myself. And abundance is so many different things, and it's not physical things for me. So
Absolutely.
so that
Absolutely.
is,
Well, you're transitioning into that crone life. That's
oh
I
yeah,
think
for
one of
sure.
the things that started with me too. Is like all this stuff, you know,
Yeah.
especially here in the Western world. That
I think that when you guys went on the boat and you started going through all your stuff, I think that's when you started phasing into, oh my God, all this stuff. You
exactly,
know? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
exactly. Like I don't think that you really realize it, especially if you have been hunkered down in one place for a
For a
while.
long time, and raising a family.
Right, right. That's the thing. Like my father-in-law would always be like, "Oh my gosh, you have so many of this and so many of this." I was
You're
like,
like,
"There's
I
seven
have 10
people in this house."
children. I
Yeah,
have 10 kids.
not 10, dear God.
10 kids with 46-inch biceps. Oh my God. No,
Oh man.
I love to tease. But yes, it's true. When you are raising a family in a home that, like, we've been here now for 15 years, you
Mhm.
know, and now I go into every room, Runa, and I'm like, okay, I need to get rid of this. I need to let this go. And I don't want to say get rid of. I need to let this go. I need to release. I want to do this. I am turning into not so much a minimalist, but definitely everywhere I look, I don't want to see something. You know what
Mhm.
I'm feeling
Mhm.
very crowded. That's what I'm saying. And that's where Saturn comes in again as well.
Mhm.
You know, that time and those rings and that constriction, and it's getting really tight.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm on 7 months now. So I'm almost there. I'm almost to my 1 year mark of
Mhm.
no period.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, been hanging out with me. I had another friend who's like, "I think you cursed me."
oh, I don't consider it a curse. I'm like, this is a gift. I'm good. Good. I've contributed to society enough via people, and I'm good. I'm good with going
Yep.
into crondom. Trust. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
so that's my self-care. Let's see. Oh, let's go into our witch's brew now.
Oh, so this isn't as pretty as it was when we started because this was supposed to be 2 weeks ago, but this
Life
is
fucking happens. No.
I know it's okay. I just, it's a joke. This is kimchi. And kimchi, I told you, like one of the focuses as you get older, and really young people should be doing this too, is taking care of your gut health.
You
Because if you
bet.
have a healthy gut, you have a healthy immune system.
You bet.
And kimchi is a nice, tasty way to get those good probiotics and the good stuff you need for your gut for it to be healthy. And it's so easy and so tasty to make. It's just cabbage, Napa cabbage, and you will need more Napa cabbage than you think you do.
Mm-hmm.
Kosher salt, garlic, fresh ginger, fish sauce, and green onions, and then Korean red pepper sauce. and I'm not, I look at the word and I don't know how to say it, but you'll see it. It's in, it's in the international foods aisle. And it says it's like gochujang. I can't, my whiteness is showing. So, anyways, it takes 5 days to ferment for the kind of lightest flavor. I did ours for 7 days, and then it fermented in the fridge for another 7 days, and then we were able to partake of it. And you can see we're almost done.
Oh my God, I know. I was like, God damn, you guys are eating it
up. Well, the Viking loves that stuff. He'll eat it as a side dish at lunch or dinner or whatever.
Well, I mean, it is definitely true. Gut health is not just for your immune system. Gut health, when you have a healthy gut, your body absorbs more vitamins. It absorbs more nutrients. It absorbs the hydration that you're putting into it a lot better. And so it just results in a healthier self. That's really cool with the kimchi. All right, our next section is Heal the Earth section. What are you doing with healing the earth?
It's all about consideration. So I saw a post on Instagram that said consumerism, ethical consumerism, is still consumerism. And I've been really ruminating on that pretty deeply. And we're already trying to move towards being as self-sufficient as possible and focusing on kind of, the Pavlov's higher needs thing. Are we safe? Are we warm? Are we dry? Are we fed? And then everything else is bonus. And I find that when you have a life that's all about, serving the planet and your community, consumerism really isn't a thing, because whatever you're doing to generate economy is basically supporting your community, right? And it's not just blatant, consumerism, go buy. And we have been very focused on ethical consumerism, especially where food is concerned, for many, many years. But having that phrase, it was just a picture of like some graffiti on a wall. Ethical consumerism is still consumerism. And it's like, yeah, you really need to look at that. Just because I'm buying fair trade or I'm buying local, am I just buying it to buy it? Do I really need it? Who is it serving? Who is it helping? So it's just all about consideration and taking some deep thought into how am I living and how is it serving a greater purpose?
Nice. Very nice.
What about you?
Well, mine is, let's go back to the candles. Mine is reusing my candle containers, especially my big ones, for starter pots for my seeds. Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah, you can get all the wax out. You just double boil and you can get every ounce of wax out of the jar. And then clean it up, and you can use them as little glass starter pots for your plants.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that. I don't
Sometimes
know if
I come up with some good shit.
Have you done anything like with the 7-day candles?
No, I use the 7-day candles. I mean, you could use those for little vases if you want, for like roses and things like that. But I use the 7-day candles so much, Runa, and I refill them so much because for my rituals that I do, if I don't have a physical statue of the deity, I print a picture out and I tape it onto the 7-day candles, and it illuminates. So I use them so much for that. I don't really use them for anything else. Yeah, the 7-day candles, if you want to use those, you can either refill them, which is fabulous. And I'm sure you can paint on them, paint beautiful goddess pictures on them, use them for ritual. use them for little vases around the house, you know, all those amazing things. And you can get them for $1 at the Dollar Tree. All right, so now let's go into our runes and tarot section. What you got today for the runes?
So I cast Wunjo, which is the it's in Freya's Ayat. It is the rune that is most associated with joy and hope and kinship and friendship, but it's also deeply connected to sharing, like service to others, that whole understanding that high tides lift all boats, and that it's a rune of perspective, and that our success must be humbly celebrated, and that, you know, we're not the center of the universe. And if we begin to understand that, then that's when real joy comes to us. And I think with everything that's happening in the skies right now, with the conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter, and we just finished this eclipse season, I think that's a really important message. You know, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Mm-hmm. Joy is there, but it's found in sharing and humility.
Yes, I agree. For me, I got the Prince of Wands in reverse. And when you get the Prince of Wands in reverse, he is a reminder that that creative project that you took on, that passion project, that's transformative path, things like that you took on a bit ago, you're on the right path. Okay, so keep moving forward on that, keep working towards that. And these are, you know, transformative paths, creative projects, even knowing that, once again, we come back to perception of abundance. They may not be the financial end all be all, and the world may not recognize them, but when they bring you happiness, that's what matters the most. He's also a reminder to, because he's fire, he's a reminder to look at your temperament, and are you impulsive? You know, like, does your temperament just flare? You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Especially now, because of, you know, the eclipses, but also because of Saturn and Jupiter coming into play, and the Aquarian age coming into play. Now is a time to really put ourselves in check and allow our transformation to happen, but allow it to happen based on passion and drive, not necessarily anger and impatience and impulsivity. You know what I'm saying? So he's a reminder, don't be impulsive right now. Steadfast on your path that you're on, continue creating, and allow that creation to be passion driven. Period. That's what he's about.
Thank you, Prince of Wands.
Yeah, right? Right. What are we going to be talking about next episode?
We are going to be talking about words as magic.
Ooh, I love it. I love it.
Words as magic.
The casting of the spell. I love it, love it, love it. All right, and speaking of spell, it is that time.
Yeah.
This time it's a kind of a reminder, it's a blessing, and especially because Yule is coming up. So it's more so a Yule blessing. And before we even go into it, let us touch on Jupiter and Saturn and moving into the Aquarian age.
Okay.
Let us talk about that. Let us talk about how they're coming together and looking like they're creating this big ass star up in the sky, which people are calling the Christmas star, but I'm calling it the solstice star.
I'm calling it the Yule star.
Yeah, exactly. Because I want to. And so let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Aquarian age. You know, some people already have felt that we have been in the Aquarian age. I feel that people have just recently started waking up to even the possibility of the Aquarian age. You know what I mean? And I feel that a lot of people are still pushing the snooze button as well and not waking up to it. So, which is fine, you know, to each their own, right? To each their own. And that's fine. They're going to do them, and we are going to concentrate on doing us. And I am very ready. I've been ready. And I think part of me has actually had one foot in the Aquarian age already and one foot over here because, you know, media blast you with effing reality that's happening all over the world every day. So it's a little bit tough, you know what I'm saying? That balance, you know, because to me, the Aquarian age is about the dream of like utopia, you know, and it's about the giving freely. It's about the loving freely. It's about, you know, being compassionate and allowing not necessarily our hearts to lead the way, but allowing our hearts to take center stage for a moment so they can expand our ways of thinking and our ways of seeing things. You know, maybe everybody should go get some eye surgery because that will put some shit in perspective. You know what I'm saying? But I think that is what this Aquarian age is all about, and it's about allowing our souls to heal, our souls to heal, our spirits to heal. You know, and so I'm very excited to celebrate with those that have woken up to this age and are ready to walk into this portal. And on the 21st from 10 to 11, I am hosting a meditation, which actually is going to be part of a worldwide meditation, but I'm hosting it on my Facebook group page, the Moon Tribe of the Old Tree. And we're going to be doing a meditation where we are connecting with other light beings around the world that have also woken up and are ready to walk through this portal, this Jupiter and Saturn portal, who, by the way, have not been this close since 1623. So this is pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing, you know, and Saturn being that, like we were talking about earlier, Saturn being that planet of time, that father time, and those rules and restrictions and constrictions, you know, keeping you kind of enveloped in the reality aspect. And then you have Jupiter coming into play, and Jupiter is like this drunk uncle that comes to the party, and he's like, hey, you still have dreams, so remember those dreams, move forward with those dreams. Allow your mind to expand, allow your soul and your spirit to expand, and know that that is the way things can be. If you see it, you can achieve it, you know? And so I'm kind of going to go with the uncle. I think we're going to go have some scotch and celebrate the Aquarian age coming into play. What are your plans
for the solstice?
Yes.
Well, we were going to do a solstice spiral, but it looks like the weather's going to be shit. So kind of hard to have candles and fire burning when the rain is
their LEDs but
coming down. So we're trying to figure out what it looks like. I'm finishing my Yule log today, and I'll be posting that on my blog. And I'm going to do my Sun King soup on the solstice proper. And like I said, we'll have both the Yule log confection and the Yule log for the hearth and do some magic there. I may turn the living room into a spiral. I don't know. And then For Yule, we're going to have some quiet time. We're having a Yule Eve family Zoom call, Google Meet rather, for a couple of hours, and we'll be baking cookies during that time.
Nice.
And everyone should have their gifts by then, hopefully, if the post office is kind. And what's that?
Show off. Whatever.
I told you, I've had lots of practice in this. I have lived away from family most of my life, and I know all the deadlines, and I start preparing basically at Samhain for Yule. So
I have, you know, pruned people into realizing you get it when you get it. And I'm awful at mail. I'm awful.
It's okay. Every family has one. So that's my father-in-law. It's good. It's good, you know, but, and then on Yule Day, we're going to, we have planned on going offline. And if the weather is nice, we may go on a hike. If not, we'll probably snuggle up in our jammies next to the fire and read some books and hang out and eat way too much.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna make ciappino for Yule Eve, and then we're gonna have roast feast on Yule. So
nice.
Lots of kitchen witchery going on, lots of, you know, winter rituals and things like that. So
it sounds wonderful.
I mean, with the exception of not having a house full of family, it's pretty much going to be the same for us. And I feel really, really blessed that that's the case.
Good. Very good. It sounds like you guys are going to have fun. So that's nice. Very nice. Yeah. All right. And we have come to the point of our spell or blessing for this week. Take ease, my friends, for as the sun sets tonight, on the morrow begins the growth of light. On this, our winter solstice day, the darkness shall be swept away. The planets of Jupiter and Saturn unite, bringing the solstice star into sight. The Aquarian Age now stands at the wheel. It is now time to release restrictions, expand our minds, and allow our souls to heal. And so it is.
So it is. That was very nice, darling.
Thank
you. Thank you for spending this time with us. Happy, bright Yule and blessed New Year. Go in peace, love, and light.
Yes. Happy, happy, blessed Yule and New Year. The circle is open, but unbroken. Until we meet again, my darlings. Merry part and blessed be.